not going anywhere today. I'm just joking. I think I'll be going out later. But I don't know how much of the noise can come in, okay? I've tried to find the most secluded place in the house so that we don't get the noises the weekend. And the Ecuadorians are at it again. So, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to live chat on the African live chat with the African in Ecuador. I've even forgotten the name of my program. Okay, let's just get talking. All right. So, if you are watching, hit the like button. Do not stare at my beautiful face. Hit the like button like now, 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 now. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yesterday, something nice happened that I wanted to share with you. Okay, we're talking about YouTube. YouTube is like for many of us who have gone to the university or college, higher college past high school, it's a university of so many faculties. Okay, I've learned human nature here. I've seen anthropology at play. I've seen sociology. I've seen medical channels, fitness channels, cooking channels. We've learned everything and we are still learning. Okay, so why am I here today? Yesterday I went live for about 8 minutes and I had one subscriber. And then I was counting how many more subscribers do I need to go to 500 subscribers to get monetized. All right. And I was feeling a little bit discouraged because this is almost September. I think this is the last month of August. And when you look at it, the success rate is not what we envisioned, what we dreamed of, you know. But then I thought to myself, there is progress, very painful progress, painfully slow. The growth is painfully slow. But then it's progress all the same. It's days like this that I think of half full or half empty. Where do you see the glass from? All right. And YouTube has taught me so many things, so many things. For example, it's here on YouTube that I have been able to pick up my fitness journey all over again. And not just with anybody, you know, if you come to YouTube for follow along videos for exercise, you do know that on each channel they there's a note that YouTube leaves for you to know if the person is a certified science coach or what is their qualification, basically what qualifies them to give you fitness advices or fitness lessons or fitness videos, right? And some people don't have that attached to their channel. Also, you have a lot of medical doctors here that give you free counsel, you know, free medical advice. There's so many things. But the other day I was watching a video of a friend, and I call her a friend. I just know her here on YouTube, okay? But you know, you get to familiarized with certain people and you connect with them and you feel your friends, okay? And she said, don't forget to share. And that is, in all honesty, something I've never heard or I've rarely heard these days. Basically, because now YouTube categorizes, focuses more on the people that view your videos as opposed to the number of subscribers. As we all know, many people just subscribe on the spur of the moment and they don't return to watch all your videos because I mean, how many channels do we subscribe to that we are going to watch everybody's videos? Some people are subscribed to over 10 channels. I personally, I am subscribed to, I think about 20, but I don't watch all those 20 because, I mean, we don't have time to spread, you know. But the best thing that you can do that works for the content creator and for the subscriber is to like, all right? Just hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit you that's watching me right now. Hit the like button. Hit it. Okay? Hit the like button because it doesn't take your time as a viewer, but it means a lot to the content creator, to the person who's doing whatever it is that they are doing, you know. And it's the least you can do because scientifically, if someone has held your attention held your attention for over 30 seconds, they've done a great job. So just hit the like button and comment. Subscription these days doesn't weigh much. It's good, it goes a long way, but I think the most impactful thing you can do is to like the button, because when you hit the like button, you're already helping the algorithm promote that person's work. I used to feel discouraged, and I still do feel discouraged, I'm not gonna lie, when people don't, you have a video and you have like 100 views and there's barely one like, and you think, what exactly am I not doing right? It's like a woman who takes her time, learns a recipe, cooks, and the family just eats and nobody says thank you. It's like, how bad was the food? Or a man who saves money, and buys something nice for the wife or for his kids, and they just, okay, you know, it may not really be the cost of the gift, but the effort, the cost of what it took him to get the gift. Maybe savings, denying himself of other things, or for the lady her time, and for you to get that kind of blatant, reaction. And so I was thinking of that, and I thought that is what I have learned uh, on YouTube is resilience, is growing a thick skin. It's like growing a business, and you're not selling, you're not hitting the target, your sales target like you thought you would. It's like the beginning of anything. That is what I've learned on YouTube personally as an upcoming content creator, to say, you know, the journey itself is quite tedious. It's quite challenging. You have to love what you do. You have to be passionate about what you do for you to keep coming on and talking, and people not reacting, people not leaving a comment, people not liking, people not subscribing. How much more sharing? So I was like, wow, that's asking, to me, I think that's asking a lot. But then again, it depends on the content, because how many, personally, from the viewer's point of view, I don't share a lot of videos when I watch them, because we don't, there are certain things I want to watch just for myself, you know, maybe like a motivational video. I know it worked for me, it motivated me, but the friends I have, for example, here in Ecuador, the friends I currently hang out with, I frequent, don't speak English, so I would not share an English video with them, you know. Or if it was in Spanish, it may not be topics that interest them. Whereas, I could share something that impacted me with my English audience on another platform, right? But asking people to share your video in today's this thing is, I think it's asking a lot. But still, let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Would you share someone's video if you don't view, if you don't like the video, if you cannot just click on the like button and say, oh, well done for the good job, all right, you know, comment to say, okay, this is what I liked about the content, or I didn't like I see that a lot in the sports videos, like someone would say, no, this exercise was too hard, or it was too easy, I wish you gave us modifications. And then, there's a reaction, that people are seeing. You're having an impact, right? But every time I think of the lack of like you have not liked the video, you've just been passing. This one person has not yet liked the video. I've been talking for 10 minutes and there's no like. That's what's happening, you know. So, what do you do? What do you do in such cases? He says. So, another thing I learned on YouTube is that YouTube also wants you to help other people. Yeah. And that was the lesson I learned earlier on in the year. When I started actively creating, YouTube would always put upcoming content creators like myself, people whose videos were having like 5 views, 12 views. So at first it was like, why are they showing me this kind of videos for myself, like myself, and it's like, as this is today for all the failures or something like that. But then I flipped my reaction to it to say, oh, I'm not alone. That is what YouTube is trying. There are many people who are starting their own channels, and therefore, um, I can be encouraged or comforted that I'm not alone. There's so many content creators out here. And so, like this person, that person, that person. And what I normally do with such videos is I leave a comment like, well done, eh? We're in the same boat, we're struggling, but kudos, keep it up, do this, or this is what I thought about your content, or simply leave a like, simply leave a like. So that's another thing I have learned from YouTube as an upcoming creator is the power of leaving a comment, leave a comment for that person, you know. And for many of us, we come here looking for something, if this is not your first time here, then you know why I came to YouTube. But if it's your first time, I'll tell you, I came here looking for people who could accompany me on my language learning experience. And I did find that yesterday. Yesterday, I was on my language channel because I didn't want to have too many topics on one channel. I opened the language channel, and after 2 years, I finally got someone who was a native speaker of the language I was learning. And we had classes for free for the course of 5 minutes. This person kept correcting me and encouraging me, and they couldn't really believe that I had just learned the language by myself. And for me, that was the height of my YouTube journey. It wasn't much about how much people are subscribing. Of course, at the beginning you think, oh, I could make a living out of this. And I think that's where the frustration comes, because in as much as we explore our creativity on YouTube by creating, editing, researching content, becoming better speakers, becoming better idea developers. That is what I have learned on YouTube. Um, there are other things that we garner along the way. For me, like I said, that was my principal goal, was to find a native speaker of the language I was learning. And it only happened after 2 years. It only happened after 2 years. So I wasn't going to come on to this 10 o'clock here in Ecuador, but I wanted to tell whoever is watching, that whatever it is that you're looking for, you need to keep doing it. You need to keep working, put yourself out there until you find that. For me, it took me 2 years. I mean, 2 whole years. My channel grew, a lot of subscribers, but I was looking for that one person that was going to be my language coach. And I found the person, but that was after 2 years. Okay. So if you are not patient, if you lose the goal very fast, like that saying says, quitters don't win and winners don't quit. You have to be patient. That is another thing I've learned on YouTube, right? So that is the University of YouTube College of Content Creation. I'm a student of, let me know in the comment section what you think. What have you learned on YouTube outside of content creation if you're a content creator? And why do you come to YouTube? Is it for research? Is it for entertainment? I know majority of people come for entertainment. Majority other people come for news, and that is for me like I'm not one to take. I always take the news I read on YouTube with a pinch of salt. Really, I take it with a pinch of salt because the news you hear are people's interpretation of the actual news. Like all these bloggers, they present a story from their personal point of view. But people like it, and I think it's just more of gossip, especially when it talks about celebrities. I think it's more about gossip, like so you have the divide people who are positive about the topic, who are negative about the celebrity in question. But people come to YouTube for that, like celebrity gossip. I find that very weird, you know. I go for mainstream news on YouTube because they are short, and for now, I don't have a TV in my house. Outside of that, I come for information like history classes, medical classes, anatomy. I follow a few fashion people who teach about fashion, and they are people who studied fashion management, something about fashion, that know exactly what they are talking about. Because for a woman of my age, I am not really interested in fluffy fashion content. There was a time where YouTube was suggesting too much cotton. I call them cotton paste. Like people would just take AI images and talk about fashion, but it was just empty at the end of the day. So I do that also, and I've learned a lot about elegance. I've learned a lot about fashion, coloring, hairdressing. Basically this I learned on YouTube. Not less braiding. I learned that here. So YouTube is an open university. We have that back home, what they call open university, where you study at your own pace and at your own time. That is what YouTube is for me today. You know, I'm at home, but I'm learning, I'm studying things that affect my personal development, things that affect my intellectual development, things that affect my mental development. Everything I do here on YouTube, I learn more on YouTube. Between YouTube and Google, which is the parent of YouTube actually, I think I've done pretty well, for myself. So will I be telling my subscribers to share my videos? I don't think so for now. I don't think I will do that. No, I don't think I'll be one of those people who will ask you to share. However, I would ask you to like, so that the more people like my videos, people can, the more YouTube can suggest it to other people, and the more I can grow to a place where my channel can be monetized. That's the second goal of starting a YouTube channel, of doing content creation. But if you've been here from the beginning, thank you very much. I'll really love to know who are my returning subscribers or my casual viewers who come in when I go live. That would be very nice to find out also. All right. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope that whatever it is that you pursue, whether academically, financially, personally, mentally, that you find it, and that this weekend brings you all the very best. Today I don't have top fans. Yesterday I finally figured out what was top fans on my other phone, but it went haywire. So today I'm on my same phone, and that's all. I'm done rambling, but there's sense in what I've just said. Like the video, always like the video. Is the least you can do. If you're watching from your TV screen, get your phone beside you, go to the channel and like the video. Or if you're watching from your laptop, just scroll. It doesn't take up to a minute. Scroll up, hit the like button. It does us a world of good as content creators. All right. I'll see you guys next Saturday from this African in Ecuador
All the very best to you. Bye bye.